laying flat in a comfortable position on your back, or if you're sitting down with your arms and legs uncrossed and your feet flat on the floor. It's important to lay with our airways straight and be able to roll our shoulders backwards, as that gives us the most opportunity for the heart and lungs to relax and work easily. We have about 120 billion nerves throughout our body and only 100 billion in the brain. So relaxing the body first is the quickest and most effective way to then relax the mind. Starting with a really deep breath, as deep as you can, and add some more to it. Breathing, sucking in again, and hold on to it, and over a few seconds, slowly release. Leave the lungs empty, and breathe in again, a really deep one, aiming for a little bit of a head spin. Holding it in. That slight head spin is the oxygen having a calming effect. We're just resetting our body now, letting it go. Doing a yawn stretch. You pull up your arms and around and twist, and tense your stomach and your legs, and twiddle all those twitchy muscles, and then laying back to our position, or sitting back comfortably with hands at side and limbs not crossed, so we can reduce that stimulation, get into a relaxed position where we can roll our shoulders back. As we breathe in for 3 breaths now, starting with 1, breathing in. Just look for any areas in your body that might be a bit tense. Could be your neck or shoulders where you hold some stress or have an old injury that causes pain. Tense that up, and then as you breathe out, slowly release that muscle area. Let it go loose, as if it's made out of sandbags. It's just sinking into itself, becoming more and more relaxed with each breath. Breathing in again on 2. Just feeling a wave of relaxation go from your head and scanning as you go down if there's any tensions down through your eyes, mouth, neck, shoulders. Letting any tensions go, tense and release if you need to. Breathing out. Breathing in again on 3. Any other tensions or irritabilities or fidgetiness, just tense that area up. You might even close your eyes really tight and then let them go loose, and just keep your eyes closed gently as you breathe out. You're choosing to do this relaxation because you want to set up some healthier habits in your life. You've achieved so many things to get to this point, and you're appreciated by so many people. You've got strategies that work, and this is just setting up an organised reminder, training yourself with some positive self-talk, because good habits only come into place through training, just like training for a team sport. If you train each day, if you do this meditation each day, this relaxation, you'll train your body to get more and more relaxed with each time you do this. You'll be able to have more control over when it is that you tell your body to slow down and relax, and how easily and effectively you can do that. Imagining calm, safe space you're going to go to within this meditation. And look for a calm, safe space that you'd be happy to go to. It might be the beach, it might be the bush, it might be walking up into a safe, secure, comfortable lighthouse tower. It's just your own place. Imagine 10 steps going into this place, into the calmest, most closed part of that space. 10 steps that we'll take that will get more relaxed with each step. And on that last step, we'll settle down into the space, sit comfortably, and reflect upon the positive self-talks we'd like to achieve. Taking a deep breath. Imagine all the stresses of the day going into that breath. You might imagine it as a colour. And as you breathe out, letting it all go. Letting your lungs go naturally into this rhythm of breathing in for about 3. Holding for a few seconds. And then out 3, 2, 1 seconds. Leaving the lungs empty for a few moments. You don't always have to be deep and controlled breathing, but along this same rhythm. Feeling the depth of relaxation and the heaviness of your muscles get greater and deeper with each in and out breath. Noticing the ebb and flow of the heavier, calmer, slower energy, almost like a comfortable, relaxing deep sleep passing over your body now. Notice the tingling in your lips, or fingers, or toes. Calm, cool, warm, fuzzy feeling somewhere, perhaps potentially in your head or your stomach. That's the trance-like meditative state starting to work, and it will become deeper and more comfortable with each gradual in and out breath. Going now towards those 10 steps. I'm going to count them, starting with 1. 1 now. Focusing and looking around at this place that you're going into. Imagine the sounds of nature in the distance there. Perhaps there's an ebb and flow of water from a creek, stream, or the ocean. Perhaps there's the breeze, sounds of birds and nature, grasses moving in the breeze. Taking that step, feeling slower and relaxing into it, knowing that you're almost at your destination. You're getting heavier with each step. Now 2, onto the next step. Noticing the smell of the nature, that taste you get in the air, the things you can see in your peripheral vision, your own body gradually settling into taking that step, the weight of your movement, the feeling of the clothes on your body, the feeling of the breeze, the sun, the air, temperature, the things you see near you, the things you see a little further away, and the things you see in the distance on the horizon. Or at the end of those 10 steps, if that be a tunnel, a pathway, a room, a ladder, a set of stairs. Just moving now onto the 3rd step, getting calmer, more relaxed, heavier, enjoying the moment, appreciating the not needing to do anything or be anywhere right now. Taking the 4th step in, appreciating the nothingness of the all blank mind that we have as we come into this safe, secure space. On the 5th step, unburdening ourselves. Perhaps you have a pack of things on your back, all these things you're feeling you've been needing to keep up with. This isn't the time and place. You need this at least 20 minutes a day, ideally a couple of times a day, to relax and keep the natural order of managing your own emotions and health. these moments of positive self-focus. It's well known that it's a necessity for ideal functioning. Setting those things down, symbolising them as a backpack, and taking that next step across that fifth step towards the sixth. Slowing down even more now, feeling the lightness in your shoulders and the contrasting heaviness and slowness in your feet as you've unburdened. Being appreciative of yourself for all these efforts you've made to get to this point in life. All the successes and the ability to overcome any struggles you've had. Taking that next step onto the seventh step. Breathing through it, just being there in that moment. The sights, sounds, smells, getting heavier and deeper into your relaxation. Deeper with every breath now. More relaxed, more focused. And with this practice, you'll be able to become more relaxed quickly when you choose to, and more focused on the things you feel you want to focus on when you want to focus on them. You'll be able to build your attentional skills, just like you're doing now. As things pop into your mind, you bring your mind back to where you choose. With this daily practice of attentional focus, you'll be getting better and better every day, in every way. Across the seventh step, and onto the eighth. Enjoying the visualization of this calm, safe space you've selected. This self-soothing, relaxing, private fortress that you can go to in your mind. On the ninth step, breathing slowly, becoming more relaxed. Soon we'll be there to sit down and reflect upon the positive self-talk. Reiterate all these great ideas you have for yourself and boost the self-confidence that you deserve. On to the 10th step. Now, noticing this last step, that journey of relaxation, continues to get deeper with every breath. You've made it through to this point and you've seen the spot that you're going to settle down and sit on in your imaginal space. Take yourself to that situation, place, settle down into it, get comfortable in that. Feel the textures of where it is that you're sitting. Look around you. Maybe it's a private library or a beautiful view. Taking in that vista of desirable, relaxing space that's just yours. Appreciating how you found all these strategies that work for you over life. We all know what works. We know that awaking at a reasonable time that we prefer helps us stay in tune, even on those days when we're tired. Maybe a short sleep in and setting an alarm if we have to for a little extra. But then getting up and getting going. Getting our procedure going first in the morning. It gives us a sense of purpose and direction. Those things that are sometimes hard to do, but that, with a little effort, have a great payoff. It might be going straight for a shower where you can get clean and ready and plan the day before we get distracted in something we enjoy and then get frustrated with losing sight. We're going to get better and better every day, in every way, by choosing to make that one little effort that sets the ball rolling in the right direction. We all know that drinking our 6 glasses of water between the breakfast and lunch meal and then the three glasses in the morning, and the 3 after lunch before dinner. Keeps our body healthy and our emotions in balance. We all know that having a piece of fruit in the morning helps us with cleansing the body. And remind yourself to strive to do these things. To have a small healthy breakfast each morning is the best way for weight loss and managing emotions. To reduce snacking between meals to a minimum, and to feel that slight hunger before a meal and after dinner is normal, healthy feeling. That doesn't mean we have to eat. We can have a glass of water to fill that need. We can remind ourselves that is a healthy, normal feeling, a feeling that can motivate us to do other things like tidy up and have that glass of water, instead of having those treats that will only make us feel yuck in our mind and our stomach, because we've done something that was a waste of time and money and not good for our body. We'll see those things between meals and after dinner and be less and less likely to reach for them and more likely to go for that glass of water. We'll see these cues in our body of hunger, stress, weariness as cues for taking a moment to do a relaxation like this, as cues for choosing to go for a walk or get on the exercise equipment. Perhaps that could be a new evening activity rather than going for a drink or something that then leads on to other unhelpful habits. We might imagine that one drink on occasion, only with friends or family, can be good, can be fun. But after that second drink, when we get onto the third, we imagine how sick that makes us feel the next day. How sick it could make us feel at the time that we're doing something we don't want to do. A swirling, vomitous feeling that could come on that third drink, like fish oil, like the stench of something rotten, like a sickening, dizzy feeling in the head, and a churning feeling in the stomach, that we can, only with friends and family and company, enjoy 1 or 2 glasses, but upon that third, we know everything turns rotten. Nothing good happens in those times. And we imagine how proud we'll feel of ourselves for being able to moderate that drinking, for being able to moderate and cultivate a healthy daily routine, getting up, getting ready, making a plan at a time that we prefer each morning, or thereabouts close enough to realistically having a healthy breakfast, piece of fruit, and 3 glasses of water before lunch. And after lunch, rather than snacks, having our 3 glasses of water. At some point in the day when we feel the cues and the needs from our body, listening to those signs and using those as triggers to do relaxation or an exercise, using those as healthy timeouts rather than snacks that just make us feel bad in the long run anyhow. Imagine how good we'll feel within ourselves, in our body, in our mind, our inner balance, our confidence that we've been able to achieve this. We've done it before and it's been so good. We're proud of ourselves, others notice and they admire it and they're proud of us and they're happy for us. It has this flow-on effect like dominoes where everything becomes clarified. Our moods become more stable throughout the days and weeks. We become more in control of our destiny when we're in these patterns. We're choosing to practice this mindful, meditative process of reminding ourselves of such to get into this groove. So that each time we feel those cues and needs, we seek out healthy ways of maintaining balance and being truer to ourselves. And we know now that if we're feeling that glass of water, that relaxation, or that exercise isn't quite enough to bring us to balance, that's a special case. It's a time where we need to check in with our parts and be as true to ourselves as we can. We should try and set a time aside each week to do this. If we think of this now, you might imagine in that moment, we check in with the part of us that wants to be a healthy, happy person, a parent, a guide, a leader, a productive person. What is that part wanting you to do? Sometimes it overpowers the need for relaxation and the need for play and joy. We need to balance all of those parts. So if it's okay with that managerial part, we'll ask and just listen to what the playful part of us needs. What do we want to do for some joy? Hearing that, accepting what it has to say. We can also check in with our worries and our frustrations. It can be nearly 20% of the day that the average person is frustrated at something. And often that's a shameful emotion that we don't check in with. We just stay in the managerial part or the playful part. Just check in with that immature part now. Perhaps notice it as a childish version of yourself so that we can accept it for its innate urges, and it just is what it is. What does it have to say? There's a few things there. Whatever's really prominent, sometimes we'll see that, yes, that is just a childish frustration. Sometimes we'll see that that frustration has been eating at me so long that I'm going to have to make a plan with the other parts, managerial parts, the playful parts, the family parts, the parts that are focused on my friends. Make a deal with all of those about how I can address this emotional need that's underneath. Maybe there's other worries. There's a time and a place for them. What do they have to say? Is there a real need, or are they just a repetitive, unhelpful cycle that we've already addressed once in a day? And there's no point addressing a worry more than once in a day. We give it space and listen to it for the protective beauty that it has in looking after us and making sure that we are safe. We give it the space to check in with it, see if there's any action we need to take on it. And if we do, we can formulate that question or that need or that inquiry in a kind, gentle manner, address it once for the day, and then pack it back on the shelf and leave it to come back to again the next time. We can take that pin out of the grenade and inspect it realistically and put the pin back in before we consume ourselves. Taking a breath now, imagining all those strong emotions we've just stirred up going into that breath, whatever colour that may be, and breathing them all out, letting them go. Acknowledging and accepting that we are human, and it's a positive thing to check in with our weaknesses like this, and our strengths and desires, and feeling more confident and secure and happy within ourselves that we're balancing all those needs of who we are, giving ourselves time out, exercise, play, and achievement, making this into a daily plan of healthy, functional habits that will build us towards our goals and a long, happy life. Thinking of making meal plans and freezing extra healthy food that we've cooked as cheats to come back to on days when we need to. We can make that part of our morning routine when we get up. To plan for a healthy day. To plan in the exercise and the relaxing breaks that we can fit in each day. To plan those in as self-care strategies that can replace our past unhelpful habits, so that rather than exhausting ourselves on what we choose to focus on for enjoyment and work, and then reaching for a bad habit, we'll have already planned the productive, healthy things we're going to do for our breaks right at the beginning of the day, so that when we're worn out and can't think properly, our mind will already be reaching for those healthy things we've planned. We'll plan what little break you might take in the midday, what might be productive at lunch, after lunch. We've got a quiet lull, might be a good time for relaxation. In the late afternoon or before dinner, when there might be a bit of burnout from work, it'd be a great time to release that excess energy into a walk, some other exercise. After dinner, instead of food, could be a great time to clean the teeth, have another glass of water, get the pajamas on, tidy up, set a routine of winding down, turning down a few lights and making the home nice an hour or so after dinner. Preparing the mind, cultivating happiness and calmness, ready for when you choose, is the ideal sleep time. So we can guide our mind towards doing that more regularly when it's appropriate. And in each day that we do this relaxation, we'll fine-tune our plan even further to be the person we want to be. We'll feel more pride within ourselves, more health, and others will start to notice this happiness beaming out of us. We'll become role models to them. Taking some steps now to come up out of this relaxation, noticing how heavy and relaxed you really have become. Willing ourselves up from that relaxing space, getting onto that 10th step. Stretching and swaying the body left and right, and with normal energies of life starting to return to our body. Taking that step now onto the 9th step. Looking down and seeing our luggage and burdens of the day that we will have to pick back up. Getting back over there to the 8th step, taking a deep breath, stretching. The 7th step, picking up our pack. And the 6th step, opening our eyes wide, closing them again, wide, closing them again, wide, closing them again. Bringing ourselves back to the here and now on the 5th step. Deeper breaths and those normal energies and natural flow of life returning to the moment here and now. 4, getting ourselves into checking, what does our body need now? Do I need a glass of water? Do I need to get into this or that? What's my next steps that I'm leaning towards on step 3? Bringing ourselves back up and feeling more invigorated. 2, notice how you feel, how you are getting better at relaxation, how you're feeling more relaxed than before we began, and how you'll be able to achieve this again in future. 2, the 2nd step, you've done a great job achieving this. And 1, you're back in the here and now, noticing who you are and where you are and what you need to do for the rest of the day. Focusing forward now, off that last step, and back into the waking world, ready to go about your day, full of a new positive focus.